We can bring you more on this with our correspondent Loïc Perla, who's standing by for us in Los Angeles. Loïc, I understand you've just seen a news press conference rather on this. What's the very latest you can tell us?
Yes, the press conference made several things clear because for a long time the law enforcement were talking about 11 victims and multiple casualties without necessarily mentioning the number of casualties. In that number, you said it is at least 11 people. The law enforcement saw those victims when they came inside this crowded bar, because it was a student night, and there was a lot of people present, probably more than several hundred, according to the authorities. The shooter has been found dead on the scene. It was not clear if he killed himself or if he was killed by someone inside the bar or if he was killed by the law enforcement. But what's clear too is that one member of law enforcement, one officer, has been shot and has been killed during that intervention. That happened within 3 minutes of the first 911 phone calls that happened around 11:20 p.m. here in Los Angeles. So it's a huge crime scene. Obviously, it's also a terrible number of casualties. That's what we just found out with that press conference. For a long time, we were kind of hoping, being optimistic, that the victims were only injured. But yeah, it's at least 11 people killed by that shooter that we know little of. Some witnesses described him as 200 pounds, about 6 feet high. And also dressed in black. He would have used smoke grenades that would have added to the confusions, but during that press conference, the authorities said they didn't find any trace of a smoke grenade.